Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect.
You're charging Negroes more than 20%? There's no way anyone can get out from under that.
If your bank wasn't legally prohibited from lending the Negroes, you do the same.
Within reason.
6%, fellas, huh? Let's get this done. The city will approve any new Southland Trust development in East Compton once all the original owners have sold.
Not a given.
Tell me my fucking business. Chicago, Baltimore, Lansing,
Oakland, Seattle.
Now that was foresight. Move just one black family into a decent white neighborhood, and the other homeowners will throw money at you faster than you can count it.
Negroes aren't stupid. Given a choice, even they don't want to live among other Negroes.
Nothing more American than people willingly paying double for something they can't afford in the first place.
And what happens once they realize they have been swindled?
Well, you could always ask Miss Cloyster if you could borrow a sanitary napkin.
If they make their mortgage payments, we win. If they default, we win.
Oh, you pray they miss their nut, and then you put those houses right back on the market.
At another markup.
And by this time, it's an all-Negro neighborhood.
An entire population of Negroes who can't secure traditional mortgages.
Do you need an abacus?
Uncle, 6%.
Oh, there you go.
There you have it, right? You can see how Esau systematically destroyed us as a people. This is one of the ways how he systematically destroyed us as a people financially, so we couldn't get ahead. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 2. And they covet fields. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. As the scripture also say in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know who the wicked is. The wicked is no other than Esau Edom. All right. And this is what he practiced. OK, he practices wickedness. But who does he practice on? Jake, right? Jake. He does a lot of experiments on Jake. I mean, he do it to other heathen too, but a lot of his experiments come from Jake. Why? Because he know we the hardest people. You know, we're literally the hardest people to break. You know, mentally and physically. But now what you see of he did a job well done, because we are broken. Spiritually, physically, and mentally. You know, that's why Jake is in the condition that they in today. Well, you know, a part of it via the curses that came upon us for our disobedience. So verse 2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and they take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And this is one of the ways he have done this. This is one of the ways he have done this. Matter of fact, let's go over here. This also goes into that wealth gap. Look at that. Look at the wealth gap. Unbelievable. All right. And it's still like that till this day. For as the gap. Okay. These numbers might not be the same as of right now, but the gap difference is still the same. All right. And like I said, this was systematically done. This was to keep Jake down. Right. This was for him to keep his foot on our neck. OK, so we wouldn't rise above the poverty level. You know, because back then Jake had flourishing cities, you know, Rosewood, Black Wall Street. I know you heard of a few of them, and there's many more that somehow ended up destroyed, somehow ended up becoming a amusement park over it. All right, somehow becoming a lake because he flooded it, you know, or a zoo, whatever he felt like he wanted to put there, you know, that's what he put there. But the historical piece of that land was where Jake once, you know, was at its height, so to speak, you know, or where Jake was flourishing, so to speak, once upon a time. But now he set up a system where you can't do that. So what does he do? He oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. So when you oppress a man in his house, when you break a man down, right? When you when you don't create a way for a man to take care of his family, you're going to what? You're going to cause division in that household, right? You're going to cause anger, stress upon that man, okay? Where he may start to do outlandish things and take his frustration out on his children or his woman. You know, who knows? It could be verbally, it could be physically. Who knows? But see, all this shit stems back from what the hell Esau Edom is doing, right? But he wants the household to be like that. Okay, the Israelite household, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American household. That's what he wants to be like that. He don't want his household to be like that. He want our households to be in complete chaos. And this is one of the ways he have done it. Okay? Didn't make a way for a man to continue to make a thrive and work good jobs to take care of his family. So stripped him down or break him down and set the woman above where she makes all the money. You know, so she can feel like she is in power, so she can make all the rules and have the say so. You see, all E is behind all this. All right, E is the cause of all these different things taking place. All right, let's continue. I don't know. There's something else I want to get. This. Get this. Pull this out. Right. So that's wealth gap, and you can look into a little bit more with that. So let's go into redlining. Well, what's that about? Well, redline is what? And we're gonna go to number 2. It says refuse a loan or insurance to someone because they live in an area. Hold on, Shalakia. They live in an area deemed to be poor or to be a poor financial risk. Banks have redline loans to buyers. Now, who did they redline? Who was always getting denied loans and things of that sort? Okay, mortgages. Jake. It was Jake, right? So it went from them doing it because of your color. Then they switched it. They said, you know what? Let's put it in a wording. Let's zone them. Let's do it that way. So they can't say it's based off color, but we're gonna do it based off where they live. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna do it based off where they live. Look at this. Right? So this is if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the things where you got people that like try to resell houses, like homeowners. They be trying to resell houses, and you have it where, you know, when it's a black couple, right, or a black family, they try to sell it. This is what they would be offered. They would be offered $300,000, right? But then when a white couple do it, they're appraised more. You see, as it says, $700,000, and there's so many incidents where, you know, these people, realtors have been caught red-handed in doing this, right? It was so it would be to the extent where Jake would remove anything that would pertain to, like, black people live here. They would remove everything, pictures, you know, whatever, right? And then they would use their friends, right, a white couple to do the appraisal on a house. All right, the same house, okay, and they would always say they would get offered $150,000 to whatever more, okay, more than what they would just offer that year ago. And I'm talking about not even without I'm talking about without even you know, add more value to the house. We see, but how the value was added, how they looked at it was it was Esau. Okay, it wasn't Jake. So that's what that picture is talking about. You know, how they value the houses when a black family is there, separate from a white family. Now, when you go into redlining, right, and it's getting you different cities. Basically, when you see the redlining is where you see where Jake is at. You see the map. Look at it. It's graded. Jake got a grade D. They gave Jake a grade D. Look, this is where Jake at. You know, anybody come from these areas, yeah, they don't get loans. They don't get mortgages. You see what I'm saying? Let them figure it out. You see? And Jake always been getting it out the mud. You know? But we were systematically put in this position to not thrive. All right? This was systematically done. Okay? So I'm just, going over a few things. This is I think that's Macon, Georgia. But I guess you could get the point with looking at the Charlotte map, redlining. So where Jake was, yeah, this is where you wasn't getting no goodies from E. Found out you was in these areas. You in what zip code? What's your address? They pull it right up on their computer. Yeah, nope. Access denied. Loan denied. Mortgage denied. You see? But E's the complete devil. Right? This was systematically done. Let's get this scripture. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 10. Verse 1, it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. You see? They already have set these things up. They already put these things in motion. This is already set in stone, was put in paper. Purposely to keep Jake down. So all you idiots out there to say that, we all got a fair shake. No, the fuck we don't. You're an idiot to believe that we had a fair shake in this society. We never had a fair shake. We don't even still have a fair shake now. So miss me with that BS. Did you see that woman? She just got sentenced today to she got brought on all charges, guilty on all 8 charges of I think a man, it was an older gentleman. He's about 64, an older Jake. He actually bumped her. They had a little car collision, right? But they had a car collision because he was in he's a diabetic and he was going like a panic attack or something like that, right? Well, the Shedemite, right? The Edomite woman, because he kept going, he was trying to get to the hospital. And she called the police and said, this is a hit and run, And the police told her, like, yo, okay. She's like, I'm following him. The police told her that the exact instructions was, look, don't follow him. We got it. You got his license plate. He's on this street, yada, yada, yada. Don't follow him. We'll take it from here. Well, she took it upon herself. Okay. She took it upon herself to chase this man down. Right. One thing led to another. Mind you, this older gentleman is having what is it called? A sugar attack? Something to that effect. Right. And however she, cut him off, whatever, was trying to pull this he's 64, right? Trying to pull him out the car, right? She's about in her mid-30s, late 30s, 40s. Her age really don't matter, but she's trying to pull this older gentleman out the car. Long story short, what does she do? She ended up unaliving him right there, unaliving him. She was just so pissed off about her vehicle getting hit. She unalived him. Do you know this woman spent all this time, right, out of prison until today, because she just got sentenced today. And I forget a while back this go, but she spent all that time out of prison. No, she wasn't on no house arrest. No, she wasn't on probate. None of that bullshit they usually do to Jake. Jake, you disobey a cop's orders and follow someone and unalive somebody. You going under the roof right there. That day, you're being locked up, and then once you go to court, you're going to be told you're facing these charges. Not of, she'll be all right, let her go home free. She's cool. Let's investigate it. Nah, Jake, you don't get that same opportunity. Why? Because, you know why. I ain't even got to say that. All right? So, yeah, it's the same bullshit is going on today. All right? So let me, another scripture I want to get. What is it? Habakkuk? I believe it's Habakkuk. Look at Habakkuk. The book of... This one I want to get. Slakia, not the book of Habakkuk. Let's get this. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not all been together wiped away. Right? Rust is always going to be there. Rust is always going to appear, just like Esau's wickedness. It's there. Okay? He can hide it for a little bit, but it's there. It eventually will come out. Right? And that's what he do. He humble himself. You know? He go crouching. He real smooth with it. But the scriptures say, take good heed and beware of him. You know? And this is what we telling our people. Beware of Esau Edom, because he's the devil. But what y'all say? No, you know, they're not like that anymore. Right? Those were the times of old. This and that, yada, yada. You think just because this mother effer got on a suit and tie, that he ain't the devil? You think just because he got a suit and tie on, he ain't the devil? Oh, because he gave you a job, he ain't the devil. Right? Oh, because Mr. Lane decides to throw y'all pizza parties every month, you know, for good work at the job, he ain't the devil? Get out of here. These people are the complete devil. Right? And let the right situation take place. He going to show you. He is going to show you. Right? Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Yeah, so you people that be, tempting the Lord by, trying to play with these different exotic animals, why should we pity you, once something take place, when that animal, bite you or sting you or, whatever action they do to protect themselves, or just do it because they feel like you're in their way. Why should we pity you? You know damn well you shouldn't be in their habitat doing some of the things that you be doing. Right? So we're not gonna pity you. That's just like someone, they go in the mountain, right? And this is like a well-known bear cave. And they just say, you know what? Let's go in the bear cave. Let's go in the bear cave. Let's just see. And you get mauled by the bear. How am I supposed to pity you? Why would I pity you for that? That was stupid. But see, this is what people are doing this time. A lot of people, there's a lot of things people are doing, all for this clickbait and this fame and this clout or whatever. And a lot of people are even being judged for it too, like being unalived or being seriously injured, all because of, trying to catch, that viral moment. Right? But see, we say the same thing about E. When you stick up for E, you all on E's side trying to back him up. But then when he show his horns, and show you who he truly is, you want us to pity? Nah, because we've been told you. So we're not going to pity you, Jakes, that chose the side with E. Continue on. It says, so that one go up to a sinner and is foul with him, and his sins, who will pity? Right? But that's pretty much the point where I wanted to touch on concerning that scripture. But going back, to this clip, right? Ooh, I got a scripture. It's lucky. I got to keep checking this every now and then. Let's go to Psalms 83. We got to talk about this, right? Y'all talking about we these CTers, right? If you already know what we talking about when we say that we're this CT type of people. Well, when you go to Psalms 83, this is what it says, right? The book of Psalms chapter 83 verse 2, it says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. When they was all sitting at that table, were they not doing this? Right? Were they not doing this and figuring out how they can gain off Jake and fuck Jake over at the same time? That's exactly what they were doing. And this happens every day. Every day there's a meeting behind how can we destroy Jake? How can we influence Jake? How can we destroy Jake? But y'all think it's just, oh, y'all always saying the white man this and the white man that. But you have no idea what this man is doing behind closed doors. You don't even have no idea what he's showing you in the open. Through TV shows, through movies, through cartoons. The nigga just showed you one with the movie they just put out on Netflix. What is it? Leave the World Behind or something? And Jake, y'all still so stupid. Y'all ain't even get the messages that was in the movie. Cause you're idiots. But he's showing you what he's about to do to you. He been showing you through movies what he's about to do to you. What he's about to bring upon the world. He been showing. Y'all just can't get it. Y'all can get everything else. Y'all so woke. Y'all ain't woke, man. You ain't alive? No, the scriptures talk about y'all dead. The scriptures talk about, this is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. You know? The scriptures talk about the congregation of the dead. And who is that? You Jakes. That's y'all. So let's continue. It says, so they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. The hidden ones represent you Israelites. Okay, you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent. Verse 4 says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. So this was a plot, right? This was by design that they said this, that they put this plan together to say, you know what? What could we do? What could we do to cut them off from being a nation? Let's distort their history. We know they come from here, but let's say they come from there. Right? Let's take their name from being the children of Israel, and let's say, they Negro, or they African American, or they Afro American, or they black, or they this, or they that. Let's do that. Right? So it says, and they said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that was the plan. Go ahead and tell Jake now that they the Israelites. Go ahead and tell Jake now that they the true children of Israel. They homeland of Jerusalem. They gonna look at you like you crazy. You see? All because of, what he pushed out there. Right? So it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And now it mentions the nations. How about that? The tabernacles of Edom. Well, how about that? The first person they mention is the Edomites, which is the so-called white man according to the Bible. And then the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs. The Arabs. And you niggas claim so much that y'all Muslim, taking on the deities of the Arabs. Man, get out of here. It says in the Ishmaelites of Moab. Oh boy, we ain't gonna start. We're gonna start with Moab. We know who go to Moab the most out of our people, the women, because y'all be in all they nail salons and they hair stores, but all that bullshit, right? Getting finessed. So then this is in the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, and Amalek. And Amalek about to get dealt with over there in our land right now. Those is the phonies, the JOOSs, right? The chief house of Esau, right? So it says I'll say so the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assure also join with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. So I mean that's pretty much the point though. As I was touching on, I just wanted to go show you the nations, how they came together, how they sat down, and they form these meetings and they push out this agenda, because they just don't have these meetings just because. No, they had these meetings, and then what? They put them in motion. Whoever come up with the greatest idea to further destroy our people, that's what they roll with. Okay, that's what they roll with, and they've been rolling with it ever since, and they're gonna continue to roll with it. All right. So that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, was edifying. So next time I want to say shalom.